Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as TheAfrozen. Today I'll be reading for the collective. Alright, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell to book a private reading with me or shop in my store. All that information is in the description box below. Alright, so let's get into it. This is another channeled message here that I received last night, and this is an adolescent with an STD, okay? This is a child we talking about. So a child shouldn't even be having sex. And somehow, some way, this child has gained some form of an STD here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just look into my my words and kind of see what took place or what transpired for this to happen here. And I feel like this adolescent still has it because, of course, they're not supposed to be having sex. So you're not going to take this child or a baby to a doctor to be tested for that. So you may have there's an adolescent with an STD here, okay? Let's see. All right. So oops. Yeah, so yeah. So I hope you guys can see them words there. And lower this down a little bit so you can see. Don't watch my nails, just watch the words. Okay. So we have psychiatrist, push from, must of nothing. Nothing is going to come out of this, or so they assume. She is smart, cheesy, okay? So somebody feels like this child or this adolescent is like a dumb pair of rocks, so they think they're stupid here. But I really feel like this child was coerced to do something into some kind of a sexual favor here or a sexual act here. Yeah, and this is what's going to blow up in this person's face here because they did not protect their child from what was going on here. There's a lot of trickery involved to keep this hidden here. There's someone that is interested in adolescents, like children. I'm hearing between the age of like 10 to 13. So somebody is very weirdly attracted to young children, like preteen, that stage where they're not that child, but they, so they may be like mature body-wise, but in this day and age with young children, they don't look like young kids anymore. They look like us, like grown behind adults. So, and we're not pushing blame or anything. I'm just giving this as an example, okay? But they tend to go for adolescents that look way beyond their age. Hopefully that makes sense. They're young, they're still naive, they're still very innocent. They still have that childlike mind where, they're still in that stage where they can play with like Barbie dolls and dream homes and, stuff like that. But their body is giving off a different type of message to these predators out here. Okay, so please talk to your child or kids. Make sure everything is going well with them. If your kids are withdrawn or they feel very quiet and they don't want to have, want to interact with anyone, try to see if, just make sure everything is cool. I would check like your book bags and stuff to make sure there's not like no drugs involved. Because sometimes when we go through these like sexual traumas, in some cases, some kids may turn to drugs. So just be mindful that, that scenario is not happening here. But we do have mushroom here. So I have to be very honest and upfront here. And then we do have the knife card here. There's also some history around this as well, too. Okay, so just be mindful of who is around your kids is basically what the message is here. But there is someone here that actually preys on young adolescents here, and this adolescent indeed has an STD. So you're going to have to go to the doctors. You're going to have to take your child or whoever this young adolescent, you're going to have to take them to the doctors, and they're actually going to have to be treated for an STD. It's curable though, but they're going to have to be treated for that. And to even having to have a conversation like that with 11 or 12-year-old child, like, I mean, I just, like, my head, I'm trying to, I'm just lost for words that I just, I don't even know. Yeah, we have troublemaker, the Knight of Cups here. This person is a complete troublemaker, and they really truly only go for people of innocence or naivete. Someone that's, you know, that don't really know anything. We have the Three of Pentacles here too. Wow. And then the Death card here. So they recruit other people to lure this child or kids into their lair to do this nasty wickedness. Money is definitely involved in here. There's some form of a child sexual ring or something that's going on here. There's a lot of money that's involved here. So there's some kind of an underground sex slave, sex trade, sex kids, some kind of wickedness that's going on here that is definitely going to be revealed pretty soon here. Okay, it goes really deep. It goes really deep here. So somebody needs to see a psychiatrist here. Somebody is just completely off the deep end because they feel like this is something that's just normal. Like, okay, it does, like, age is nothing but a number, like that kind of way. When we're talking about a child here, we're not talking about an adult that is very cognizant and can give permission to you know, implore this sexual act. No, we're talking about a young child, a minor, an adolescent that still can't make full decisions for themselves, and they still need the guidance of their parents or parents to do that for them. And someone is basically out there just taking the innocence of kids because they feel like, you know, maybe their mother's not watching over them, their father's not watching over them. They look for a specific type of children or kids that don't have that love, that is missing that love, so that way they can kind of come in and they can kind of try to change or manipulate the way that they see or they view the world here. It's really sick, if you ask me. It's really truly sick here. But at the end of the conflict here, that is the Five of Swords here, because they are going to get caught up. So like I said, just pray about it, release it. Talk to your child or your kids just to make sure everything is good with them, which I feel like I keep hearing yes, everything is good, but still have that conversation with them, okay? Because especially if they're at the age of 12 and 13 and they're already starting to explore sex, then you need to you're going to have to sit down, you need to have that conversation with them about what's going on in the world and stuff like that, okay? We do have the King of Wands and then the Knights of Wands, and they're both in reverse, and this is fire energy. This is severely heavy fire energy. This is very aggressive, okay? So someone's very reckless. They could be violent. They can be beating on these kids. If these kids don't do these type of crazy acts that they're asking them to do here. I don't like this energy. I don't like this. This is pissing me off. I don't like this. This is truly pissing me off here. There's money involved here. Ace of Pentacles. There's some kind of a sex something that's going on here that's going to be exposed. I'm telling you, it's going to be on the news. Two of Swords, somebody in their head about this. I don't like this energy. I don't like this. This is what's been deep in this was it conscious? In the unconscious. This was deep embedded within a lot of people. A lot of people weren't aware of what was going on here, but that, like, the buck stops here because we have the Chariot. They're not going to be able to move forward here, and they will be put underneath the earth. We got to start putting people underneath the earth, not underneath the jail. Put them underneath the earth. And if you catch my drift, you catch my drift. But we need to start putting people underneath the earth for these type of heinous crimes and acts that they're doing, because this is not cool at all. This is not cool at all. This is a deep, deep, deep family secret here. Deep family secret here. There are sex trafficking children, adolescents for money. This is how they make their money. Let me see what kind of occupations that these people are in, because these are the type of people that you need to be very aware of in regards to occupation. This is going to be on the news, the reporter. Somebody's definitely going to be reporting on this here. Someone has a beard, could be an engineer. Somebody works as an engineer. Somebody has a beard. It could be like a 5 o'clock shadow, or it could be a thick shadow here. Okay, take it how it resonates. Somebody could be like a conductor for like a train. Yeah, that's right, train conductor or operator. They could be a train operator for the city of whatever, where you live. Musician, somebody may like a lot of music, or they like to play music here. We also have nurse, and then we have security guard. Security guard could be a police officer as well too, because it do look like a cop in this thing here. So somebody could be a security guard or police officer or actual nurse that is actually doing this here. I know this is a trigger warning here, but they just, I mean, catch my drift when I say train, okay? They allow other people to, so I'm not gonna, because this is pissing me off, like truly pissing me off here. And they do it in front of people's face, and they laugh. They clown about this, and they think this is funny. Like, you would never catch me in that kind of way. Remember that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? I can't pronounce that man's name today. He acted on a movie called Catch Me If You Can. And it was a movie based on him like robbing and stealing from the airlines and stuff like that. And he was supposed to be this air flight attendant, and he made up a whole school and stuff like that. That's just the vibe it's giving me. It's just giving me like this big facade behind something that's really truly hidden underneath here. And that's the courier. They also take photographs, so there might be some, oh my God. There might be some child pornography involved in this as well too. Oh. This is gross. This is so gross. Yeah, I will take your child to the doctor, okay? Could be a police officer. I didn't even know I had that in there. So security guard, a police officer that could be doing this as well too. All right, that's crazy. Let's see what else. Whoops. Yeah, this is what they do underneath the scene. Fake rich here. Yeah, there's some kind of a child sex something thing that's going on here, and I'm telling you, it's going to be exposed. It's going to bust wide open. Pretending. And then we also have drug use as well too, so they may also drug kids as well too to get them to do these things. All right, so as I stated before, so STDs in reverse, okay? Some may have, some may not. You have to take where you are in the part of the story here, but I will still get tested just to make sure everything is fine here. But I keep hearing Spirit is saying that your child or children, or if you have experienced this, that you know, things are going to get better for you, okay? I highly recommend therapy, especially in the Black community. A lot of Black people don't like to go to therapy. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I was saying that rhetorically, but the reason why a lot of Black people don't like to go to therapy is because they don't, I guess they feel like they feel like they're not going to be heard, or it's just something that's unheard of in the Black community, that somebody's actually going to have somebody listen to their, you know, what's going on. So I highly recommend going to a therapist. There's nothing wrong with it. You're not crazy. It is there for a reason. It's actually there to help you to get an unbiased, I don't want to say, what's the word? Unbiased, like remark towards the situation or just any situation at hand here. You could have lived in a very toxic family dynamic, or this child may have lived in a very toxic dynamic here. Yeah, hidden. So kids are being hidden in plain sight here. Money is coming. Money is definitely involved in this. I keep hearing the money train. And I remember The Money Train is a movie by Wesley Snipes and Jennifer Lopez. But I just keep hearing the train is coming. The train is coming. That's what I keep hearing. Irresponsible here. They're very, very irresponsible. As I stated, very sexual. A lot of sexual deviancy that's going on here. They are freaks as well, like super freaks. May have been diagnosed with bipolar. Could be a Scorpio that I'm speaking with, or you're a Scorpio, or they're a Scorpio. Somebody that's very impulsive here. Justice definitely will be served, as I stated before. Somebody could be very emotionally exhausted of this. There is a child that was pregnant, but they got this child to have an abortion. It's just a whole bunch of just fuckery and just nasty and stinkness is just going on. And these people need to be put underneath the earth. And I said what I said. I'm not taking it back. I'm not taking back nothing that I said. Because these children have to grow up, and we have to protect these kids at all costs from these type of monsters out here. So I said what I said, and if you don't like it, oh well, kick rocks. Yeah, this is going to be a successful outcome here. This is going to be a very successful outcome. Talk to your kids. Your child may envy you because they may feel like they weren't protected. Talk to your child, okay? Explain or whatever you need to do. But after all of this, everything is going to be all like everything is going to work out. Regret. This person is going to be in complete regret. Somebody could be in fear, may not want to speak up as to what has happened here, okay? And as a child abuse survivor, I am. I know firsthand how, you know, how that can affect you in many ways, emotionally, mentally, sexually, as well as you get as an adult. It can affect you in many different ways that you would, you know, you might not be able to fathom, you know, because if you're accustomed to abuse for many years, over time you're gonna think that's normal to you, okay, until you know you get a new perspective on things, or someone comes in and assists you and helps you to see things in a different way, and that's, you know, that's the way you'll be able to kind of get out of that that fog, or that space, that mental space here, okay. Giving and receiving is here. I don't have to say anything about that, you know. Yeah, this like some kind of like a sex ring or sex trauma with kids, sex trafficking with kids, some weird shit that's going on here. But I'm telling you, it's going to be, it's going to be busted. I'm telling you, it is. Feeling safe. Eventually, your child will feel safe if they have went through this ordeal. Because if you look at her, you see how she's wrapped up in her arm, like she's really feeling safe. Okay, so yeah, you just want to have to speak with your child here. The child may be self-sabotaging because of this. Sacred lust. These cards are a little too heavy, and I don't want to like dig too deep, because I know some of you guys may have experiences and have not healed through it yet, and I don't want to like re-trigger you, but it needs to be said though, okay? It needs to be, we need to have these hard conversations about what's really truly going on in this world, because this world is not all great. It's a lot of evil, and evil in this moment, in this space, it feels like evil is kind of taking over everything or superseding everything. And I feel, this is my own personal opinion or perspective, I feel like because a lot of people are not speaking up about it, they're just pushing it underneath the rug, or they feel like they feel helpless and no one can help them out to get, you know, get help and things of that nature. So we have trust and clarity here. So yeah, you have to talk to your kids, make sure they're not like taking drugs, you know, they're not spaced out, they're not doing anything that can harm themselves potentially here. And if you're open to it, definitely go and see a therapist, okay? You definitely can get some low, one of the websites for therapy, I think it's called bettertherapy.com. And you can find some really good reputable therapists on there with insurance provided. If you don't have insurance, they do work with a sliding, like a sliding scale as well too. So don't put it off. If you feel like you can't get it because you don't have insurance, like don't make it an excuse. Like still push forward, so that way you can help yourself. And you know, that's crazy. This is crazy to me. This is crazy. Let me see. We have Starseed and we have I love you, and it's in reverse. So yeah, you may have a Starseed child that may not feel loved, or they go after Starseeds that don't feel loved. Okay? Because Starseeds are they're very different and very unique from the rest of the world. And they just kind of like tap to their own beat. So they're just, you know, unique and eccentric or quirky, or whatever the case may be, and that's something that sticks out. So you have to trust spirit to guide you to what you need to do next here, okay? But I'm telling you, all this is going to backfire on this person. It truly is. And when I'm finished on here, I'm gonna light a candle for kids. I'm gonna do a healing candle for kids, a collective healing candle for children that has went through some form of trauma. This is, and this person really feel like this is like stone, like hard rock, like silicone is a crystal, right? So they feel like what they have formed is like air sealed tight. No one is not gonna get in trouble. Tolerance is here. Okay, they feel like they can tolerate what they have going on here, but all this shit is coming down. Legacy is in reverse. It's like a big ass anthole, or like a, you ever saw a bee's nest or a wasp nest over time? When, you know, wasps, or bees nest, or hornets, I'll say hornet's nest. Sometimes you will, before you know it, when a hornet creates a nest, it can take like, I don't know, I'm not no insect specialist or whatever you call them, type of people, but with those type of like homes, they build really quickly outside your home. So it could take like maybe 3 days to a week or so, and it get like super big, you know. And I feel like that's just the energy this is giving. Like, this has gotten so out of control that it has to come down some way, somehow. Like the exterminator is coming in to destroy, basically is what I want to say, okay? Yeah, silence. You can't stay silent. No. Or they may be trying to silence kids about this. Look up. All right, I feel like look up is in regards to like somebody going to jail. You may have to look somebody up because they're in jail. I may be very stoic right now because I'm really trying my best to not just, y'all, I'm seething right now. Y'all don't even know, I'm seething. I'm burning up inside right now. Karma's gonna hit. Karma's gonna act on this. Karma's gonna bring this shit down so big. Trust me when I say this. Karma's gonna bring this shit down so big. Child pornography, fucking, like, you know what? I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna have to cleanse myself because this is too heavy. I can't. This is just way too heavy. Aries. In the 8th house. 8th house is occult knowledge or hit something hidden. In North Node, we have the 10th house. In South Node, in Virgo. I heard one more. We have Mercury in the 5th house in Capricorn. All right, now I'm going to start these here. We have a Leo that could be involved. You could be a Leo here. We have a Capricorn. You could be a Capricorn. Capricorn could be involved here. We have a Taurus. You could be a Taurus, or Taurus is involved. Man, we have Aries. And one more. We have Leo again. All right. So if that resonates, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Until next time.